Hello. Can you hear that? Check. Yep. Hello. Hello. How you doing? How are you doing? Let's see. That's maybe a little better. Test, test, test. Yeah. Check, check, check. All right. I'm operating on low bitch energy right now, so we gotta raise our frequency. Test, test, test. Cool. All right. Let's kind of take a look at what we've been working on. So actually, let's start here. Summer mixtape. We still don't have a name. Purpose. To entertain, demonstrate skill, inspire, share mission statement. Style a la sound bombing 2. None of the other stuff's important right now. So 100% word efficiency, finished songs, song library, want to hit 20 songs ideally. Got dreams, famous, my mind's playing tricks on me the way I am. Yeah, cool. Let's see if we can open up the Pro Tools session. It was telling me something about cloud this, cloud that. So, I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see how this goes. Why does my phone keep shutting? I think it's a battery thing. Alright. Do you see it? Yeah, I figured the I/O system's gonna be whack. Let's see. Because I've only run Pro Tools through the Focusrite, so I feel like we might not even get anything. Yeah, I'm not even hearing anything.
Fuck man, I just wanna be famous. I wanna live a life young, fun and basic. I wanna walk.
I guess there is. Where was that coming from?
Wanna walk around Lake Mary and make this. I wanna die known as the Avatar status. Wow, these thoughts are kinda persuasive. I'm dreaming of better days, wasting washing my changes. I wanna see my city scream smooth.
So yeah, let's listen to it from the beginning. And then we're just gonna have to re-edit a lot. But here it is from the top, I guess.
Fuck man.
No.
And I just wanna be.
All right.
Fuck man, I just wanna be famous. I wanna live a life young, fun and basic. I wanna walk around Lake Mary and make this. I wanna die known as the Avatar status. Wow, these thoughts are kinda persuasive. I'm dreaming of better days, wasting washing my changes. I wanna see my city scream smooth with the cadence. I'll do whatever it takes to make this. If that means stomping on some hopes, then I'm good. I'm reassured that my purpose lives on for good. So I don't mind passing up on some places. As long as I shot my shot, rock script stuck in your face. Now who's to blame for a falling path that never took place? Try to sacrifice escapes when they cloak the weight. And you too strong for too long to live contradict. So you choke out the change cause it can't coexist. I just wanna be famous. Fuck up, what, fuck, man. I just wanna be famous. Yo, Lake Mary kid. Now picture life a little nice, not too perfect, of course. In the aim of sacrifice, your path is more reinforced. You did it right the only way, take footsteps to steer. Now who can blame the celebration when you've conquered your fear? That's the life I wanna live, I'm sure to find it by force. If God takes other brains, I'll gently knock on his door. Bring my suit, my business plan, explain the need for my greed. Now picture this, God and me planning out my dreams. If I don't find fame, I'll live alright, just as long as I try. I can die happy knowing I conquered my fears of public performance, my fear of public dance, of approaching women, and living away from my vices. It's guys like I who sit and think and die that sip the safety nets and milk and hope for some movement. To live, to act to do, then who have I been but a fool? Let me make it on stage, a crowd of one is okay. Let me see myself make it before I've been made. If that ain't great, that ain't sad, it's always okay to see a good one go. I'd just rather live like a lunatic than circle the stove.
Alright, definitely some weirdness we gotta clean up. So let's go back to writing real quick. Yeah, I mean, first thing I noticed is clean. The fuck, man. I just want to be famous. It's not bad. Maybe it's just because the mix, I tried mixing it real quick myself, so it's unprofessional. I wouldn't say it's bad, but it's not a home run either. And remember, our goal is 100% word efficiency. So maybe even if I just took that man out, fuck, I just want to be famous. Instantly, that's a lot more precise than saying fuck man, I just want to be famous. Fuck, I just want to be famous. Right? So we gotta clean up the opener, and then the mid first verse. So again, this is sort of similar. Verse 1, verse 2, break, and then I think it's verse 3, outro. I might make verse 1 and verse 2 into one verse. Right? So so let's just say we're going to combine verse 1 and verse 2. Then what does that leave us to do, right? So add, scratch, transitions. This is definitely be a scratch chorus type of thing, a la DJ Premier. And then I'm curious if the outro should bridge into third verse or be outro transition. Sound bombing too. So yeah, I'm kind of curious right now if the outro, I think we should bump the exposure up, right? Cool. Yeah, I'm curious if the outro, that like poet, which by the way we'd have to rewrite the outro. So a little curious if that should bridge into the third verse or be the transition. Now, to me right now, as it stands, the third verse is going to be the most powerful. The Wow, is that really jacked up all the way? Maybe I should wear like a shirt mic. So it's going to be the most powerful, but the issue I see is that if we use this as a bridge, there's almost too much downtime going into the third verse. I think the power of the second verse right now as it stands is that because it is short, it gets us right back into the scratch, and then we're ready for the third verse. It's almost like pulling us. So we're building momentum, and then we're taking the momentum away just to try to build it back. So I think that actually answers it. Be an outro transition. Okay. Elements wise, I would say from a production standpoint, add 3 melody copy elements. And then also from a production standpoint, add sound effects. Melody copy elements would be to follow that. Maybe a string, maybe I don't know, something that as we kind of keep revisiting it just layers back. And then maybe V3 starts as a dub. My Jamaican friend told me that when you drop out all the elements to a song and it's just like the bass, the drums, essentially the skeleton, the rhythm, that they call that a dub. And I don't know if that's true, but that's the terminology we're using here. Let's listen to it one more time. Specifically try to find like, we'll just cut to it.
Fuck man, I just wanna be famous. I wanna live a life young, fun and basic. I wanna walk around Lake Mary and make this. I wanna die known as the avatar status. Wow, these thoughts are kinda persuasive. I'm dreaming of better days, wasting washing my changes. I wanna see my city scream smooth with the cadence. I'll do whatever it takes to make this. If that means stomping on some hopes, then I'm good. I'm reassured that my purpose is on for good. So I don't mind passing up on some places. As long as I shot. On the total side, whipping on time. Vision vines, poison stems, you remove from the place. Picture written like a riddle script stuck in your face. Now who's to blame for a falling path that never took place? Try to sacrifice escapes when they cloak the way. And you too strong for too long to live contradict. So you choke out the change because it can't coexist.
Yeah, and then clean up the bass, because I don't even know what's happening with the bass.
Fuck man, I just wanna be famous. I wanna live a life young, fun and basic. I wanna walk around Lake Mary and make this. I wanna die known as the avatar status. Wow, these thoughts are kinda persuasive. I'm dreaming of better days, wasting washing my changes. I wanna see my city scream smooth with the cadence. I'll do whatever it takes to make this. If that means stomping on some hopes, then I'm good. I'm reassured that my purpose is on for good. So I don't mind passing up on some places. As long as I shot my shot, rocking, bagging on
So I would say total rewrite, total substitution, substitution, total substitution. Just going back through the lyrics, trying to clean stuff up, in which we could probably try to do right now. All right. So I'd say this is the big thing on lyrics, and then write verse 3. And this kind of umbrellas here. Yeah, I would say these two are the big thing, right? Let's go ahead and try to substitute to match our goal of 100% word efficiency. And then we got to write the third verse, which I think we kind of laid a structure out for that. Yeah. Right here. So we had dreams started with dissonance, then turns into planning. And then I was going to go into the benefit of Mr. Kite, breaking down the famous as a kite analogy, which is on the last video. But I think that's better for the song famous instead of dreams. So the last is just going to be about like regret and experience regret. So if we could just lay out the verses here. So fuck man, I just want to be famous. I want to live a life young, fun, and evasive. I guess it would kind of start from dissonance as well. Not to be a copycat, but dissonance and the desire for fame. Picture life a little nice, not too perfect, of course. In the aim of sacrifice, your path is more reinforced. You did it right. The only way, take footsteps to steer. Now who to blame for celebrations when you've conquered your fear? That's the life I want to live. I'm sure to find it by force. If God don't take my needs, I'll gently knock on his door. Bring my business suit. Explain the need for my greed. And picture this God and me talking about my career, planning out my dreams. So I think this is a better way to put it. The first verse is the desire for fame. The second verse is the decision for fame. Right? Which is why I say, like, if God doesn't hear my needs, I'll gently knock on his door. I'll bring my suit, my business plan, explain the need for my greed. But picture this, God and me planning out my dreams. Saying I'll take it to the big man, and yeah, if that's not what he has in store, I'll just present myself. Say this is why I want it. So I'd say desire for fame, decision for fame. And then verse 3, I would say fame as a kite. And I'll tell you why I think the song is generalizing as we're going from verse to verse. Right, I think the song is generalizing my desire for fame, my decision for fame. This is kind of a very baby step. They're almost on the same level. And then this is a huge generalization. So it is overall generalizing. I'm kind of worried that this isn't the best written song, because it's not a really strong chorus to pull us into. So what would be the refrain? I would just say the fuck, man, I just want to be famous. Yeah, oh, what, man, I just want to be famous. So I would say that's probably the best refrain. Because the refrain's only going to occur after here, and, well, that's kind of a bad arrow. The refrain's only going to occur here, right? I wonder if it should start on the drop. I just want to be famous. God, my room's got a smell to it. I can't figure out where it's coming from. I cleaned. I got rid of my dirty clothes. I cleaned that. Oh, we're going to get demonetized. Uh-oh. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh, man. Let's see. Maybe just try to block it out. Yeah, we your boys going to... I don't mind getting demonetized. I just don't want them to take the video down because of porn. You know what I mean? As they might see fit. So oh, that made it worse. Oh, look at us. There we go. Problem solved. So yeah, I think the refrain comes in after this, and then there's not going to be a refrain. It's just going to go right to the outro. So cool. Let's take a look at some other song we could pull up right now on Pro Tools while we got it. That's famous. Let's I know I was mentioning German March, so let's give it a listen. Because I know the mix on this is trash. I'm going to play it with the sample. Alright, let's hear it. I really wanted this to be a Wu-Tang beat.
They take the tongue and punch up. A modicum melts in magma, pours in teacups. He sips his pinky up, sits me down, I'm dumbstruck. My cafe invitation turns to who's in hush. What? Convention starts a motor, made a fire, a thought. I sputter mental cogs of mud and spit in rocks. He smirks and telling passes over luck. And that was then, yes, switch. I still recall that twist. Have a drink of the sight. The beer proposes a toast. I'm sure it's surely a hoax. The glasses wink at my life. Taste the thought from your host. I shouldn't seem impolite. I shouldn't show you the wise. So rise and seek to the host. Do you plead by your teeth? He must have seen me provoked. For quick he surfaced the note. The teeth that bite you on right. I find them right as I won't. A host committed her sight. A torture drink over life. I don't mind the approach. This risk is what in my life. So I raise my pinky in hope. I tilt ceramic and choke. And soon my pupils spin white. You're having some sort of a stroke. I hope it'll go in some time. I pray the medics arrive. I'll get a geezer who pokes. Please survive me through night. Smooth, you having much hope. If you venture out on your own, I'm afraid the glass was alright. It feels so nice to connect. To feel like life should persist. To breathe for others and laugh. To feel so nice and again. It feels like life is my friend. Like every moment connects. Like every conflict conflicts. And peace will always surmise. But is this a dream that I live? Burning a hospital bed. Lightly free from my voice. Able to listen to choice. German March.
Yeah, we don't even need that for this project. It's not even relevant. That's a story about like meeting up with some guy who, like, to enter into their group, they have you like drink this tea that burns your tongue. It's almost like magma, and you have to drink this like hot magma, and it burns your tongue, and then you can't speak. So, Black Panther down. We don't Alien. Mix down or production, mix down. Yeah, so we don't even need that. There's no way this is the... Wow.
Feel the sweat trickling down your spine. Feel the pulse shaking down your thigh. I just want you on your knees right next to me. Alien. Feel the sweat.
I'm surprised they didn't even color code it.
Feel the pulse shaking down your thigh. I just want you on your knees right next to me. Alien. I don't need a body, just a body in a sense. I don't even want the two, we need to make sense. I can feel the harps playing harps in a sense. I said, alien. We can get all twisted to fix us in a sense. We can roll around, throw it back so intense. We can start to kind of light a little for suspense. I sense the way you move is you to my pocket. I can rent the rest of you from profits. I can rent the guest list from closets. Smooth with the move, let's lift it apart. Pick it best, the shit test, you got it. Bite your neck, the blood comes in rockets. I'm alien, I can't miss the pocket. What else would I do if I couldn't imagine my alien? I can feel the sweat trickling down your spine. I feel the pulse shaking down your thigh. I just want you on your knees right next to me. Alien. I can feel the sweat trickling down your spine. I can feel the pulse shaking down your thigh. I just want you on your knees right next to me. If an alien never wants a baby son, I can maybe come and muster up some baby cum. Y'all don't wanna come to bed with an alien? Huh? I don't even want a baby son. Put your best on and rest to breast on the chest. You so soft to build the closed deals. Why would I try to buy some more time to flip-flop her mind when you always hear the same alien's got to go. Alien had chosen, smogged up your nose. Alien that piss, same alien you miss, not me no more. I accept the nature. Alien who? I don't even care if they never taste smooth. I could even barely walk alone in this red pill zone. Can't even phone home or else I'd be talking to alien.
I like the ending of the verse. Pretty hot beat. Thoughts on it. I love that song. I love that beat. My thought when we talked on Saturday, because we don't do Sunday. My thought when we talked on Saturday was we're just gonna have to rewrite the lyrics to be something else. I don't know though, because I really like that style. I like the chorus. Even though the chorus is just talking about, like, I could see the sweat dripping down your thigh, or I like the frame of that song. And I think if we take it to talk about alien and then say maybe like illegal aliens, maybe like living as an alien. Maybe we could do something with it. Maybe we could do something with it, but as it stands now, I like the frame of the song, and I don't think it's the right song for this project. I like the song a lot. I don't think it's the right song for this project. I can't see how that message about like banging an alien fits into what we're doing with the mission statement. So we could rewrite the song. We could rewrite the song and use that as like a very commercial hit. I can see that, you know, being a successful dance song. Let's see. You know, let's write about it. Alien, which might just be shorted to alien. So I'd say maybe it's about like living as an alien. I mean, look, I could write about that. That's an easy subject matter, all things considered. But the point of the song was to sexualize myself, to to share the sexual side of Smüth, to unleash that animal into the ether, rather than just keeping that purely in my private life. However, I'm not sure if that fits what we're doing. To me, it almost seems like too big of a detour if we rewrite it and make it about living like an alien. I could see where it might fit in, but even then I think like we're still kind of pulling ourselves out of what we're trying to do here. So it's tricky and challenging, and I'm not sure which direction to go. Okay, meditate on it. Let's see. Yeah, and then this is in the MPC. This is just an MPC. So the closest we are to finishing is probably Famous in Dreams. So let's just at least before we got maybe about 30 minutes. Let's just try to knock one of these out, and I'd say let's start with writing the third verse to Famous. I have a writing instrumental I'm going to pull up. So let's close Pro Tools. Believe it's here, writing instrumental. So here's the writing instrumental, and let's just open up the lyrics, and then let's just try to pop out a third verse. Let's see if you can see this. I just want to Can you see that? Alright. I'm gonna put a timer on. And 20-minute timer go. I wanna think life like young and invasive. I wanna walk around Lake Mary and make it. I wanna die known as the avatar status. Wow, these thoughts are kind of persuasive. I'm thinking of better days wasted. Oh, these are old lyrics. I'll do whatever. These are old lyrics. Toppings. I'm good. Where did I rewrite these? These are old lyrics. Alright, let me see if I can find it. Because I know I've rewritten this. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so let's edit this with the rewrite. I want to... Wow. Drifting to better days, ways to worship my shoes. Life a written script wrinkled and signed, rocking back on your cul-de-sac, ripping on times, vision vines, poison stems you removed from the place. Life a written script stuck in your face. Now who's to blame for a fallen path that never took face? I like the rhythm. Picture it, life a written script, wrinkled and signed, rocking back on your cul-de-sac, ripping on times, vision vines, poison stems you removed from the place. Picture it, life a written script stuck in your face. Now who's to blame for a fallen path that never took place? Life a written script, wrinkled and signed, rocking back on your cul-de-sac. Life a written script, wrinkled and signed, rocking back on your cul-de-sac, ripping on times, vision finds poison stems you removed from the place. Picture it, life a written script stuck in your face. Now who's to blame for the fallen path that never took place? Fallen path. Now who's to blame for a fallen path that never took place? Try to sacrifice escapes when they cloak the weight. When they cloak the weight, but you're too strong for too long to live contradict. Too strong for too long. Now who's to blame for the fallen path that never took place? Try to sacrifice escapes when they cloak the weight, and you're too strong for too long to live contradict. So you choke out the change because it can't coexist. Picture life a little nice, not too perfect of course. In the aim of sacrifice, your path was more reinforced. And picture life a little nice, not too perfect of course. In the aim of sacrifice, your path was more reinforced. You did it right the only way, take footsteps to steer. Did it right the only way, take footsteps to steer. The only way, take footsteps to steer. Now who's to blame? Now who can blame celebration when you've conquered your fear? That's the life I want to live, I'm sure to find it by force. If God takes other plans, I'll gently knock. If God don't meet my needs, if God don't meet my needs, I'll gently. If God don't meet my needs, I'll gently knock on his door. If God won't meet my needs, yeah. And that's the life I want to live, I'm sure to find it by force. If God won't meet my needs, I'll gently knock on his door. Bring my suit, my business plan, explain the need for my greed. Now picture this, God and me planning out my dreams. This is going to be outro. All right. Let's see if we can write the third verse, which is going to be about fame as a kite. Let me preface this with saying what we're writing here is a rough draft. So if I say something that offends you, hey, I gotta get it out. Gotta write. You just gotta write to write. I don't think it's gonna be an offensive verse, but let the editing occur later. So picture fame as a kite. If only writes a business. Picture fame as a kite in the night, it ignites the bright summer night dies, then it dies. Picture the kite in a day, and the light it glides, the prime dies. Picture fame as a kite in the night, it ignites the bright dice, and the mist summer dies. Picture fame as a kite in the night, it ignites the bright. Lights rip and roar. The bright lights rip and roar. I might actually mute the instrumental for a second. Picture fame as a kite in the night, it ignites the bright lights rip and roar. Possibly by the preferably by the sight. Preferably by the sight. Picture kite in the day. Picture kite Picture kite in the day in the light it right. Picture kite in the day. Picture kite in the day. When people picture kite in the day when folks come to pay. When folks come to poke pain, poke reins, poke chains. When folks come to poke mains. Picture kite in a day when folks come to poke days. When folks come to poke days. Sitting short on the beach, watching birds and lightning. Picture fame as a kite. In the night it ignites, the bright lights rip and roar, preferably by the sight. Picture kite in the day when folks come to poke days, sitting short on the beach, which watching birds and lightning. Picture flying that kite. Picture flying that kite. The time you picture flying that kite. The amount of picture flying that kite. The time you binded to kite. The time you bound to that kite. The time you bound to that kite. Invested wise in that kite, just to know it could blow, just to know it could blow. Picture flying that kite. The time you bound to that kite. Invested wise in that kite, just to know it could blow. Alone. In space you thought of that kite. You penciled plans for the kite. Might bright excitement for kite. Brought excitement by the kite, just to be told to go to work. Alright, how can we stick the landing? Picture fame as a kite. In the night it ignites, the bright lights rip and roar, preferably by the sight. Picture kite in the day when folks come to poke days, sitting short on the beach, watching birds and lightning. Picture flying that kite. The time you bound to that kite. The time you bound to that kite. Invested wise in that kite, just to know it could blow. In space you thought of that kite. You penciled plans for the kite. You brought excitement by the kite, just to told. Now you're told to go to work. Days they told to go to work. Days they told to go to work. Days they told to go to work. But now you're flying that kite. They gently scope out your kite, amassing hopes from your kite, telling stories of how they know. Of how you met. And now you're flying your kite. The wind is roaring your kite. hopes from your kite. You're happy to hope from, you're happy for hopes from your kite. Sharing, directing Moke's notes, directing boats, dream, directing. You're happy for hopes from your kite. You're glad for hopes from your kite. Mad. You're glad for hopes from your kite, but mad. But mad they don't. You're glad for hopes from your kite, but mad they don't see the night. But mad they don't see you right. But mad they don't see you right. Mad they don't see you flight. But mad they don't see your flight. Mad they don't see the handler, the creator, just kite. Flying, flying big through the wind. The whole city can mend. The whole city can watch. Flying big through the wind, the whole city can watch. You want credit for what? Giving hope to the folk. Only you see, you used to be a man, a boy with you used to be a man, a boy with dreams and a plan. But now you're just, but now to most you're await. But now to most you can wait. A counterweight on the string. They want to live by your kite, embrace and throw rocks, embrace and writhe, try, embrace and rise by your kite. Embrace and rise by your kite. They want to live by your kite, embrace and rise by your kite, sharing smiles by your kite. Aren't you happy? You've played, and some might throw stones, little pebbles and rocks. Some might throw stones, little pebbles and rocks, to try to poke holes and deflate your pots, rock, cots, watts, knots, spots, and deflate your kites strong. To try to poke holes and deflate your kite. Pebbles and rocks to try to poke holes, and pop your inflated expansion that rocks. So I appreciate the folks who see me as a man, holding down the string of a dream with a plan. I appreciate the folks. who always knew. I appreciate the folks who always knew me by me. Sometimes it's other flyers. Sometimes it's other flyer. Flyer? Sometimes it's other flyers who just drive with their dream. Alright, so that's a third verse. Is it great? Of course not, but let's listen to it. Yeah. Picture fame as a kite in the night, it ignites the bright lights, rip and roar, preferably by the sight. Picture kite in the day when folk come to poke days, sitting short on the beach, watching birds and lightning. Picture flying that kite, the time you bound to that kite, invested wise in the kite, just to know it could blow. In space you thought of that kite, you penciled plans for the kite, you brought excitement by kite. Days they told to go to work, and now you're flying that kite. The wind is roaring your kite, they gently scope out your kite, amassing hopes from your kite. You're glad hopes from your kite, but mad they don't see your flight. Mad they don't see the handler, the creator, just kite. Flying big through the wind, the whole city can watch. You want credit for what? Giving hope to the folk. You see, you used to be a man, a boy with dreams and plans, but now to most you can wait accountable. You see, you used to be a man, a boy with dreams and plans, but now to most you can wait, account or wait on the string. They want to live by your kite, embrace and rise by your kite, sharing smiles by your kite. Aren't you happy you played? Some might throw stones and little pebbles and rocks to try to poke holes and pop. You inflated expansion that rocks. Folks who see me as man, holding. So I appreciate the folks who just see me as man, holding down the string of the dream with a plan. And I appreciate the folks who always knew me by me. Sometimes it's other flyers who just drive with their dreams. Alright, so I like that. I think it does a good job of tackling what we wanted, right? So I was thinking about editing it midway, but good. That was a very Seussian rhythm we employed, and I think that was the lesson I got from German March, is instead of trying to write like long lines, just write a bunch of well-structured lines. So yeah, fame as a kite. Cool. Alright, yeah, I got some more work to do on my end, try to figure out how we can continue with this. I guess really just writing. I think we set a goal, right? 3 songs this week. Fuck. Yeah, we did set a goal for 3 songs this week. Alright, what's the fastest way to accomplish that? I'd say the fastest way to accomplish that is finishing the writing. So I can do that for Famous. I can finish the writing for Famous. Then tomorrow we can look back at Famous and evaluate. Yeah, finish the writing for Famous, then we'll look back at Famous and evaluate. Then I'm going to record Famous. I don't know if I can record. I don't know how I'm going to go about recording with Pro Tools, because I always record through the Focusrite. Or how would I at least go about monitoring? I'll try to figure it out. But yeah, tomorrow let's just like review lyrics, finalize lyrics, and that should be good. That way we can record, and usually when we record, we listen back, we'll make one last change to the lyrics, and then we'll lay down one final recording. And yeah, okay. So I think that might be the best way to do it. If we could finish the lyrics for a couple of songs, and then record them all, and then listen to the recordings, wait like a day or two, go back, make the edits, and then re-record them. That might be the best way to handle it. So cool. All right. Peace.